The Celtic Football Club is a Scottish professional football club based in Glasgow, which plays in the Scottish Premiership. The club was founded in 1887 with the purpose of alleviating poverty in the immigrant Irish population in the East End of Glasgow. They played their first match in May 1888, a friendly match against Rangers which Celtic won 5-2. Celtic established themselves within Scottish football, winning 6 successive league titles during the first decade of the 20th century. The club enjoyed their greatest successes during the 1960s and 70s under Jock Stein, when they won 9 consecutive league titles and the 1967 European Cup. Celtic have played in green and white throughout their history, adopting hoops in 1903, which have been used ever since. Celtic are one of only 5 clubs in the world to have won over 100 trophies in their history. The club has won the Scottish League Championship 51 times, most recently in 2019-20, the Scottish Cup 40 times and the Scottish League Cup 19 times. The club's greatest season was 1966-67, when Celtic became the first British team to win the European Cup, also winning the Scottish League Championship, the Scottish Cup, the League Cup and the Glasgow Cup. Celtic also reached the 1970 European Cup final and the 2003 UEFA Cup final, losing in both. Celtic have a long-standing fierce rivalry with Rangers, and the clubs are known as the Old Firm, seen by some as the world's biggest football derby. The club's fanbase was estimated in 2003 as being around 9 million worldwide, and there are more than 160 Celtic supporters clubs in over 20 countries. An estimated 80,000 fans travelled to Seville for the 2003 UEFA Cup final, and their extraordinarily loyal and sporting behaviour, in spite of defeat, earned the club fair play awards from FIFA and UEFA. Celtic Football Club was formally constituted at a meeting in St Mary's Church Hall in East Rose Street, Calton, Glasgow, by Irish Mayorist Brother Walfrid on 6 November 1887. With the purpose of alleviating poverty in the East End of Glasgow by raising money for the charity, Walfrid had instituted the Poor Children's Dinner Table. Walfrid's move to establish the club as a means of fundraising was largely inspired by the example of Hibernian, which was formed out of the immigrant Irish population a few years earlier in Edinburgh. Walfrid's own suggestion of the name Celtic was intended to reflect the club's Irish and Scottish roots and was adopted at the same meeting. The club has the official nickname, the Boys. However, according to the Celtic press office, the newly established club was known to many as the Bold Boys. A postcard from the early 20th century that pictured the team and read, "The Bold Boys," is the first known example of the unique spelling. The extra H imitates the spelling system of Gaelic, wherein the letter B is often accompanied by the letter H. On 28 May 1888, Celtic played their first official match against Rangers and won 5-2 in what was described as a friendly encounter. Neil McCallum scored Celtic's first goal. Celtic's first kit consisted of a white shirt with a green collar, black shorts, and emerald green socks. The original club crest was a simple green cross on a red oval background. In 1889, Celtic reached the final of the Scottish Cup. This was their first season in the competition, but lost 2-1 in the final. Celtic again reached the final of the Scottish Cup in 1892, but this time were victorious after defeating Queen's Park 5-1 in the final, the club's first major honour. Several months later, the club moved to its new ground, Celtic Park, and in the following season won the Scottish League Championship for the first time. In 1895, Celtic set the league record for the highest home score when they beat Dundee 11-0. In 1897, the club became a private limited company and Willie Maley was appointed as the first secretary-manager. Between 1905 and 1910, Celtic won the Scottish League Championship 6 times in a row. In both 1907 and 1908, Celtic also won the Scottish Cup. This was the first time a Scottish club had ever won the double. During World War I, Celtic won the league 4 times in a row. including 62 matches unbeaten between November 1915 and April 1917. The mid-1920s saw the emergence of Jimmy McGrory as one of the most prolific goal scorers in British football history. Over a 16-year playing career, he scored 550 goals in 547 games, a British goal-scoring record to this day. In January 1940, Willie Maley's retirement was announced. He was 71 years old and had served the club in varying roles for nearly 52 years. Initially as a player and then as secretary-manager, Jimmy McStay became manager of the club in February 1940. He spent over 5 years in this role, although due to the Second World War no official competitive league football took place during this time. The Scottish Football League and Scottish Cup was suspended and in their place Regional League competi